Hello, Bob here with CanDoTechnologies.com and a tutorial on loading and customizing the Hueman WordPress theme with plugins. Before I get started, I would like to recommend that you take a look at Mike Appleton's YouTube video, How to Start a WordPress Blog. His video does not discuss the Hueman WordPress theme at all, but it does give you a good idea how to get started with loading a WordPress blog, and he recommends a number of plugins which are not specific to the Hueman template. But I recommend that you take a look at his videos and the plugins that he recommends, such as backups and search engine optimization. And even though the plugins I'm going to be discussing are not necessarily specific to Hueman, I loaded these plugins and configured them so I could get the Hueman WordPress blog to look the way that I wanted it to look. And now I am going to download the Hueman theme along with the plugins I am recommending. I do mine a little different from most tutorials. I prefer to download to my local computer and then upload to my site. That way I'll always have a original copy on my local computer. If the theme or plugin changes or otherwise becomes unavailable, I will always have a local copy of the theme or plugin. So I want to start by downloading the Hueman theme. And now I'm going to download the advanced excerpt plugin. The post types order plugin. Ultimate category excluder plugin. Add custom CSS plugin. Hide post plugin. And now I'm going to move these into a separate directory that I have already created specifically for my Bob Test blog. The next step is to upload the plugins and theme to the site. Now this is a newly created website, and WordPress is offering me the option of a setup wizard, or I could continue with a standard setup. I'm going to customize it and configure it on my own, so I'm not going to use the wizard. I'm going to select no thanks. Yes, I'm sure. I'm going to start by uploading the Hueman theme. Appearance themes. Add new. Upload theme. We'll choose a file. I'm going to select the folder where I downloaded the themes and plugins. Selected the Hueman. Open. Install now. Theme is uploaded. I will activate it later. And now I'm going to upload my plugins. Add new. Upload. Choose file. And I'll just go top to bottom. The rest of the plugins install the same way, so I will speed up the video. And now my theme and plugins are all installed. I have decided to activate the plugins and themes separately from the uploads. You certainly are more than welcome to choose to activate as you go along. But since I haven't activated them yet, I'm now going to go through the process of activating. This is the Hueman theme. I'm going to activate. Now I'm going to activate the new plugins. Advanced excerpt. Post types order. Ultimate category excluder. Add custom CSS. And WP hide post. I don't really need all these tabs open. So before I proceed, I'm going to close the tabs. Now, before I actually customize the plugins, I'm going to go ahead and build the website. That way you can get a before and after view of what the website will look like before the plugins were customized and after. So I'm going to start by loading a few articles, and the first thing I'm going to do is to load the media, which is the images. I'm going to add new. And there's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can select and upload or drag and drop. I'm going to drag and drop. And now I'm going to create my articles. Posts, add new. I'm going to copy and paste. And I'm going to insert my visual, my picture. And I'm also going to insert my picture as a featured image. And publish. Now my next article. And now let's take a look at the website that has not yet been customized with the plugins. Notice we have multiple images for each article, both the main picture and the featured image. We have a lighter gray typeface, and each article is only a summary. It's not the complete article. So I'm going to resolve these issues by customizing my plugins next. So how do you get a darker font here? It's actually pretty simple. With the custom CSS plugin. WP add custom CSS. these very simple entries in your custom CSS will make your home page with a darker font. Well, let's go to the website and take a look. And there you go. The text is now a darker font. The next step in the customization of my website is, for demonstration purposes, I've decided I do not want the Hello World article on the home page. I still want it to be accessible and on the website. I just don't want it on the web page. So let's take a look at the WP Hide Post plugin. That is going to accomplish my task for me. So let's go to Posts. I'm going to edit the Hello World post. And the hide post added these boxes, these check boxes. I'm going to click on hide on the front page. I'm going to update. And refresh. And now, as you can see, the Hello World article no longer appears on the front page. However, if I click on categories, it still exists. Let's go back to the home page. Well, you know what? I don't like the order of the home page. I want the article about me to be the first article. So let's take care of that. Now, one of the ways of accomplishing that is to edit the publish date. But there's also a plugin that'll do that for you. The advantage of that is every time you add new articles, you don't have to go in there and change the publish dates, because the default is the most current goes on top. You may not necessarily want the most current on top all the time. So now I'm going to Settings, Post Types Order. I'm going to take the defaults, save settings, and now back to posts, reorder. And this is the order currently. Do you fear public speaking? How I got to WordPress? I am a technophile. I'm going to move I am a technical file first, then update. Let's go back to the web page. Refresh. And now I am a technophile is first. Again, notice that there's 2 images for every article, and the articles are truncated. They're only excerpts. So let's go in and correct that situation. I'm going to go to Plugins, Install Plugins, Advanced Excerpt. The excerpt length is 40, so the default for this plugin is each article will contain a maximum of 40 words on the home page. Let's bump that up. And now let's take care of the picture. It says don't remove any tags. And I really only want to remove one tag, but by default nothing is selected, so I'm going to go ahead and select each and every one of those, and I'll speed up the video as I do that. So what I have done is every article will have all the HTML tags except for IMG, which is what's causing the duplicate image to appear. I'm going to save changes. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the web page. As you can see, there is now only one image per article rather than having the duplicated images. The articles are now full length as well. Next, I will be setting up the excerpts, but first I will need to add some categories. So let's go back into the administrative panels, categories. And I'm going to add a category, thumbnails, and you could add a slug if you want. Posts can be in more than one category, incidentally. And you can see thumbnails. Now I'm going to add a new category, and you'll see that in a moment. And now we have the 2 new categories. So next I'm going to go into the article that I want the thumbnail, and I want to do how I got to WordPress. As you can see, we have the 2 new categories that we've added. I'm going to select both Don't Post on Home Page and Thumbnails. I am not going to select hide on the front page, and I will explain that in a moment. Next, I'm going to Settings, Category Excluder, and I'm going to select Don't Post on Homepage, Exclude from the Front Page. I'm going to update that. What that does is the thumbnail articles will not appear on the home page, but they will appear on the menu item Featured Articles with the thumbnail. And now I'm going into Widgets, the available widget Human Post is the one that will get you the thumbnail. And I decided I want that at the top. Title, I'm going to call it Featured Articles. Although I allow a maximum of 4 thumbnails, and you can see I have Show Thumbnails clicked. The category is thumbnails. And I'm going to save that. Had I selected hide on the front page, the article would not appear on the front page, but neither would the thumbnail. So let's take a look at the web page. And now, as you can see, I have the How I Got to WordPress as a featured article with a thumbnail, but it does not appear on the home page itself. And this is how I have customized my Hueman homepage the way I wanted it to, by using the plugins that I recommended in this video. You can post full articles on the home page rather than just excerpts. You'll have a darker font. You can order the articles on the home page any way you want. The default is to have the most current posting. You may or may not want that. You can have a featured articles thumbnail and only one image rather than the dual image. I hope this YouTube video has been helpful, and I would like to wish you the best of luck in getting your WordPress blog configured the way you like, especially with the Hueman template. Using the plugins and widgets, you can get a very nice looking Hueman template front page looking exactly the way you want. Happy computing.